welcome you to the PLL on ESPN, powered by Ticketmaster from Columbus, Ohio, where we are sold out in the beautiful brand new Ohio State Lacrosse Stadium. It's Archers and Chaos. If you like thrilling finishes, if you like high drama, this is the league for you. This is the sport for you. We're happy to have you along with us. Paul Carcaterra, Jay Alter with you. We'll be joined by Dana Boyle in just a moment. Carc, we're getting spoiled. All this elite talent, and it's coming down to the wire each and every time.
Early stages of the PLL season, absolutely bonkers.
And facing off for Chaos, Nick Rowlett, the rookie out of Michigan. Mike Susselberger, the rookie out of Lehigh. So two PLL rookies at the face-off X. We are underway. Archers in white and orange, Chaos in black and red. It'll be the Archers that start with the ball, 2-0 to start this year, and that's why they are not shy to let it fly. The best offense in the league. What makes them special on the offensive end?
It's the passing. It's Tom Schreiber at the midfield and Grant Ament. So you have two of the best passers in the league, in the world, playing together, so they complement each other. Ament will do it from behind, Schreiber up top. It's the selflessness of this offense, too. The ball moves at hyper speed. Everyone knows they're getting their touches.
Connor Fields on the run. This game very much about Archers offense against Chaos defense. Reardon stops that. Crease violation. Chaos win the first of many battles. Now, this defense is so stout. And as Dana mentioned, 92 in red. Dane Smith back after winning the NLL Cup MVP with the Buffalo Bandits. You could carry that momentum from the indoor season into the outdoor, right?
Well, especially when you have a teammate like Josh Byrne who knows exactly what you're doing, whether you have the ball or not. So that combination of Byrne and Smith is lethal. Now that he's playing attack too, like, this is something I'm really looking forward to.
Here it is, Dane Smith, his first offensive possession of the PLL season. Shot clock ticks to 10. Midikis, good shot, nice save. Brett Dobson. Dobson picking up where he left off a week ago in Charlotte. 18 saves last week. He's got the highest save percentage in the league.
Yeah, he was 72% against the Chrome, and Coach Bates loves his second-year pro in terms of his poise. He says he never gets rattled. He's always in control. That's what you want as a goalie, too. Sometimes goalies, when they're too hyper, you worry about them. When you have to check their pulse, you know that it's all about that next shot, and that's the case for Dobson.
You're good. Watch him moving. Hey, you're good. Bottom left. Hey, watch Cutters. You're good.
First year starting in the PLL, taking over for Adam Gittleman, who went to the Cannons in the offseason, and Dobson has been excellent in cage. He'll need to be going against Blaze Reardon and Chaos today.
You're good. Sit. You're good. Paul.
This Chaos defense dialed in early, and they're dangerous in transition. Jared Newman has a cannon, but passes off. Was looking for Byrne. Falls right back to Newman. He almost nailed it. He's won fastest shot a few times here at PLL, 104.
Yes, I mean, run for cover. When these long poles, they shoot, man, you better have your A game as a goalie because of the trajectory and the release points and the speed.
Now, both of these teams like to push the pace in transition. Another empty possession for Archers. Mac O'Keefe, he spent 2 years with Chaos, including a 2021 PLL title, now reunited with his college teammate Grant Ament, and he has fit right in through 2 weeks.
Ament, the righty passer. O'Keefe, the lefty shooter. At Penn State, they broke a slew of records, and now reuniting. It feels so good for the Archers.
Yeah, a year ago, he was in red, has traded it for Archers, playing his former team. This is Ryan Smith on the run. Chaos a little sloppy to start this game. A couple of uncharacteristic errors. Unsettled play for Archers. Can they capitalize?
You're good. We're good.
I really like this attack unit for the Archers. I mentioned O'Keefe and Ament, but Connor Fields, to me, is the top 5 dodger in the PLL, meaning he can beat his defender, creates his own shots. You look at him, he's a little unassuming in terms of his physical stature, but he uses his shoulders, and he's so slippery 5 and white.
You're good. You're good. You're good. Watch inside roll. Watch inside roll. How you good? Sit. Cutter.
15 seconds left on the shot clock. Really good look for Schreiber. Couldn't bury it.
Saw the wrist from Tom Schreiber there, Jay. Only needs a fraction of a second when you get him the ball in a spot like that. He's shot ready.
Sit. How you good? Sit. Gotta help click.
Here's Connor Fields curling around the cage. Decides not to pull the trigger. Chaos swarming to every ball that hits the turf, and they scoop up another one. 3 caused turnovers already in this opening quarter, and a flag down. Our first penalty of the day.
Archers, number 26, hold 30 seconds.
So that goes against Tom Schreiber, and Chaos move to the power play.
Yeah, you see the hold there. You don't want to penalize the Chaos. Last season, they were the best power play team in the PLL at 52%. Typically, you want to be around 30, 35%. When you're hitting half your chances, it's frightening for opposing teams. It's because of the stick skills of a lot of these Canadians, Dane Smith and Josh Byrne. They move the ball so well, and their shooting ability and tight, they cannon.
Watch the wheel here.
Here's Josh Bird, so dangerous. The feed that time, and Ryan Smith cashes in on the power play to open the scoring.
I mentioned this power play unit is nasty. It is must-watch TV. If you're a lacrosse fan, the PLL, best players in the world, bring it week in and week out. But more importantly, Jay, the level of competition and how close these games. We talked about in the Open, 8 of the 10 games this season by 1 goal. That's absolutely nuts.
And that's what I was going to say. You're going to say if you're a lacrosse fan. Even if you've never seen lacrosse, you're just a sports fan.
Competitive sports. This is what you want.
Thrilling finishes, high drama, the best of the best going at it. This is what the PLL has brought, and now in year 5, it's better than ever. The Premier Lacrosse League, just a vision a short time ago by Paul Rabel, one of the best to ever play, teamed up with his brother Mike, and what they've brought week in and week out, traveling the nation to show off this sport at the highest level. And you picked a good game here on ESPN, because these are the 2 of the best teams year in and year out, Archers and Chaos.
Absolutely, and you walk outside the stadium too, you feel like the fan-friendly festival atmosphere too, all the lacrosse fans coming to different cities to watch these teams.
Chaos still looking to get into an offensive rhythm. That's Josh Byrne, one of their top players, scored the game-winning goal a week ago.
The scout for the Archers is to flush Byrne to his right hand. He's a natural lefty, loves to use the 2-handed cradle left-handed. Archers forcing him to the right.
Here's Brian Minikis, the rookie out of Georgetown. Number 7 in red on the attack line with Bird and Smith. Here's Dane Smith, one of the best players of the sport. Shot clock goes to 10. Bird on the run, goes low and beats Dobson. Josh Byrne scored the overtime winner a week ago and has a goal today to get Chaos up 2-0.
But I think there was some screening going on too. The crease area in front of Dobson was highly congested. And that's what the Chaos do too, Jay. They use a lot of picks, just like in basketball too. There's always picks to get the separation because of their Canadian box background. Dane Smith, Josh Byrne, they're always gonna be dodging off a pick.
Looking for Dane Smith on the doorstep, couldn't connect. Interestingly enough, Archers have won every face-off today through Mike Sisselberger, but Chaos have the 2-0 lead, looking for more, and they get it! Chaos rolling, Ian McKay makes it 3-0.
With the new rules, off of a face-off. It's not a 52-second shot clock. It's a 32. And he's playing attack now, too. This offense has changed. Dane Smith goes from midfield to attack. We're seeing a 1-3-2 set. A lot of times in the past for the Chaos, we've seen the pairs offense on each side, right? You'd find the 3-3, the parallel offensive set where you're trying to find the two-man games. Today, it's a 1-3-2, meaning one player behind, 3 across, and then 2 up top. And Dane Smith is now playing attack. He gives you that vision.
Archer's offense comes to life. Matt Moore, an instant response for Archers, and they desperately needed it.
But he gives you that dodging threat from the right wing. He's lethal.
Offense starting to wake up in this game. We've seen 3 goals in the last minute. 2 from Chaos in 33 seconds, and then that response from Moore.
These high-end offensive players, as Rowlett lets it go, you can't let them get the middle of the field, right? You saw Josh Burns' goal, and then you saw Matt Moore's goal. Burn a lefty, Moore a righty. When they get to the middle of the field, there's too much net to look at.
Well, the big talk was Archer's offense, which is the top in the league against Blaze Reardon in the Chaos defense. But it's the Chaos offense that has stolen the show early. Will Perry unleashes a flamethrower, 87 miles an hour, and Chaos up 4-1.
The way that those hips rotated there, it's like a slingshot.
4 goals for Chaos, 4 different goal scorers. And again, all the talk about Archer's offense, Chaos must have heard that this week, because Chaos's offense has been phenomenal to start this game. And Dana Boyles with the goal scorer, Will Perry.
Well, you guys are cooking on the offensive end. How's it working out there?
It's good. We're keeping space. We got the Canadian guys back. It's been fun to be able to play with them. It's really just keep your space, make one move, go, pass to the next guy. Coaches set them up with good schemes. We're just playing some Chaos ball, and it's been fun.
What do the Canadians bring to your squad?
Speed, brains, toughness, kind of anything you want in a lacrosse player, right? So it's been fun to play with them, learn from them. And we got a couple quarters left, but we're gonna keep rolling.
For young players at home, how are you able to create separation and get your hands free?
It's really just being kind of deceptive with how you're dodging, right? Like I pull my hands back, looks like I'm gonna shoot, try and hit a roll. Got pretty lucky there, shot it off of his shoulder, so hopefully a couple more of those go for me, go for us, and we'll come out here with a dub.
Thanks for the time.
I appreciate it.
The deception there on that last shot by Will Perry was the back step, right? So when he took a step back, he freed up his hands, but I thought Brett Dobson was taken off guard a little bit. Thought that Perry was going to pass the ball in the rotation. He just shot it.
Pinpoint precision, stinging the corner. Trey LeClaire, who played his college lacrosse right here in Columbus, Ohio at Ohio State. The former Buckeye drills it for Archers.
Told me he lost 15 pounds just by playing lacrosse all year long. He can't keep the weight on, but you just see the way that he shoots. And when you watch him at Ohio State over the years, I mean, he was maybe the best righty shooter this school has ever seen. So you give him that time, you give him that room, it's lights out.
Work through the pick game defensively facing the Chaos.
Well, for us, I mean, offensively, we've just got to get to the middle of the field here a little bit more. I mean, they're shorting Mac, which we anticipated a little bit. You know, if the ball moves, you know, we can take advantage of those situations. At least that's the hope.
Thanks for the time. Don't lose your voice on us.
Dana, one thing to take a look at, too, is Grant Ament. I see Matt Moore playing attack right now. Ament was injured a couple weeks ago in Albany and sat out last week. Check on his health when you can.
Schreiber steps into it too, deflected. Lassini got in front of that one for Chaos, and now Chaos can run in transition. Newman, he's got a cannon, lets it rip, but too much high heat. Said it earlier, he has won fastest shot in the PLL a couple of times, a perennial all-star Newman. Chaos facing undefeated Archers have come out with tons of confidence in this opening quarter. Fed inside, Smith, beautiful dodge, puts it away. Ryan Smith bags his second goal of the afternoon, and Chaos are up 5-2.
Creates space, forces slides, gives opportunities to the Canadian finishers.
Rowlett digs it out for Chaos. Rookie out of Michigan.
Rowlett's from Michigan. He rolled up today. Did you see his pregame attire? He had his Big Ten championship T-shirt on.
Here in Columbus,
yes.
They might not like that.
No.
They had a historic season there in Michigan, though. Took that program to levels that they had previously not been to, won the Big Ten, made it to the quarterfinals of the NCAA tournament. Archer's under 10 seconds left in his first quarter.
Just a quick update on Grant Amen. He's pretty frustrated on the sidelines, had a chance to chat with him. He's questionable, but we talked to him pregame and he said he felt good, but rightfully so, frustrated on the sidelines, but cheering on his team.
Yeah, those hamstring injuries they're the type that just aggravate you, right? They just keep on percolating and coming back, and he'll have a few weeks rest, but they'll need him in this game too, Jay, because Amen's one of the best passers this league has seen.
Chaos, a 5-2 lead, just getting started in Columbus.
Really, really well, and he fits in perfect. Like, you look at the athleticism between Josh and Daner and Minnow, and that's something that we had to take advantage of.
Just saw the face-off win by Nick Rowlett. What does this rookie bring to your team?
He brings someone that exemplifies the grit that we want our team culture to take on as a characteristic. Nobody does more and expects less, as it relates to praise, than Nick. He really has been a huge impact on our team.
Have to ask you, week in and week out, you bring it from an energy standpoint. How do I get my energy at Andy Towers level, 365 days a year?
You got to get a lot of sleep, and you got to be married to the best woman in the world, which I am.
I like that, Coach.
That's the best answer. Good luck the rest of the way. Andy Towers, great insight from him over on the sideline. We'll probably check in with him throughout the day. Awesome access here with the PLL. Nick Rowlett, the face-off man out of Michigan that Towers was talking about. He's won 3 straight face-offs for Chaos. That's a good way to protect the lead, although no lead is safe here in the PLL. Yesterday, we saw Atlas lose a 7-goal lead to Water Dogs.
Check.
Josh Byrne jumping in and scores! Air Byrne takes off and makes it 6-2 Chaos.
The other end, Jay, the best goalie in the world in Blaze Reardon, in a defense that takes no prisoners.
Back-to-back assists for the rookie Brian Minikis as well. He's fitting in nicely on the Chaos offense. What a goal! An immediate answer for Archers. John Robbins, are you kidding me?
Reception on a goalie that is so hard to track, but you don't see that with a 6-foot pole. Props to John Robbins.
If you're new to lacrosse, explain why it's so much harder with the long pole against the short pole.
Well, think about it. I mean, the stick is a natural extension of your body when it's 40 inches, right? When you add it to the level of being 6 feet, to have that kind of skill with a long pole. Now, you're seeing the game change. There's young defenders out there that are pushing the envelope, but that's still nuts.
Goals aplenty. Josh Byrne bags another. That's a hat trick today for Josh Byrne. 94 miles an hour straight to the back of the net.
And Josh Byrne, for all the glitz and the flair, he's also a very functional left-handed scorer because his shooting is so efficient. And the way that he snaps it with his wrist, too. A lot like Tom Schreiber, who does it with both hands. Byrne owns it with the left side.
We're good. Top right. Cut
Shot clock ticks down to 5. Archers have to hurry. Not a great angle. There's a flag down. Fields tried to do the impossible there.
Chaos, number 88, push, 30 seconds.
There's Connor Fields. This guy's like Gumby, man. The way he manipulates his body, he throws himself everywhere, and he's so flexible. Draws the penalty there on a former teammate. Connor Fields was with the Chaos in 2019, 2020. You watch this power play unit. Tom Schreiber's the key up top. 26 in white. He's very two-handed, so he can go both sides of the offensive set, too. But he also does this spin move where he draws the defense one way. There it is. And he goes the other way.
They did it right on cue, feeding inside. Reardon goes low. A simple stop for one of the best goalies to ever play the sport.
The hard thing about that spin move by Schreiber is he throws it to both sides when he spins. So it's hard to find a tendency when you scout him, what exactly he's doing.
Offside was the call, but Andy Towers is fighting it. Andy Towers hates the call. We don't want his mic hot there. We'd be paying some FCC fines.
He's an authentic human, that's for sure.
Chaos does kill the power play, although another flag flies as Leclerc misfires. The Archers will go right back on the power play here, unless they score and negate the penalty. Schreiber steps into it too, and now we will get the penalty.
Number 88, illegal procedure, too many men on the field, 30 seconds.
So that was during the whole offsides. It looks like the bench was probably panicking and put too many players on the field with Jared Newman. So what looked or appeared where they were short, they ended up with too many because of the whole offside scenario. You need 3 players back, 4 including the goalie, on that defensive end.
Archers right back on the power play, extra man for another 20 seconds. Reardon, terrific save. Still time for Archers, 10 seconds left of the power play. Here's Tom Schreiber. Goes behind the back, off a helmet, and now Chaos can kill the power play. 2 really impressive power play kills for this Chaos man-down unit.
You know, we talk about so many of these comeback wins. This is a defense that you don't want to fall behind too far because of Blaze Reardon and the lockdown ability of Jack Rowlett, Jared Newman. Now you throw in Will Bowen, too, who's like the glue. Coach Towers was saying the rookie's like the glue for their defense.
Whoa, what a goal! Brian Minikis curling around the cage, stings the corner. What a game for the Georgetown rookie. At Darien High School. When you're around winning like that from a young age, you see Brian there in the photo, it's in your blood.
Absolutely, and Minikis, he reminds me of Jordan Wolf, who is a PLL and MLL All-Star Team USA. The speed is really unmatched. When you watch Seven in red, and I watched him at Georgetown, the separation and the explosive ability is one thing, but he also shoots really well with both hands with low angles. You saw it on that last goal as well. He doesn't need much. He's got the speed, but he also has the instincts of when to let the ball go.
Kark, I also like his versatility. He can be up top in the 1-4, or he can be behind cage. So he gives the offense so many different looks. I don't know how you stop him as a defense.
No, absolutely. And I think Andy Towers is going to settle in with him down low with Dane Smith and Josh Byrne, because now you have a lefty in Byrne, a righty in Smith, and then the speed dodger in the middle behind at X. That is Danger City.
Newman all over O'Keefe, bulldozes him. Chaos just so dialed in defensively.
Flag down.
Flag down, so now Chaos will move to the power play.
Archers, number 7, push, 30 seconds.
That's a frustration foul for Mac O'Keefe.
Yeah, O'Keefe. Yeah, that's blatant clear. With possession, that will do 30.
You see the frustration there from O'Keefe playing his former team Chaos, who he won a PLL championship with in 2021. Timeout Archers. Chaos moving on the power play. Up 8-3, and we'll have a special guest in the booth when we come back. How did it come about?
Well, thank you. It's great to have PLL here this weekend. We've been anticipating this for a while. Yeah, listen, this is a collective effort. It's taken some years to get the design and the build, but just an incredible space. We went from one of the largest venues in college lacrosse in the shoe to now one of the most intimate. But we're thrilled. It opened in January, and just been an amazing first start.
What's it like for you, Coach, to see the Pro Bucks? I know Ryan Tarafenko last night, your son Mason was wearing his jersey, and today Trey LeClaire stinging corners.
Yeah, listen, this is great. You know, I think for the men to have a league like the PLL, you know, you mentioned my boys, they're watching SportsCenter now. They're seeing these men appear on SportsCenter, top 10, and having Buckeyes in the league is really, really very special. Played great last night. I thought Benny Randall did a nice job on Jeff Teague. Yep. You know, Boyle making his second game. And then today, you know, seeing Trey get on the board, and hopefully we get a couple more here. You know, the Archers are a little bit snake bit there on the offensive end, it seems like.
They're joined by Nick Myers, head coach of Ohio State men's lacrosse since 2009. How have you seen the sport grow here in the state of Ohio since you've taken over in 2009?
Well, really leaps and bounds. I mean, I think Central Ohio certainly has exploded, but you look at the pockets, you know, areas like Toledo, Cleveland, Cincinnati, that's where you've seen a tremendous amount of growth as well, and talent really coming from all over the state of Ohio.
You know, the skill level in the PLL is absolutely nuts. Your two boys, I know they're lacrosse junkies. Who are their favorite players?
Ooh, it's hard to lead away from the Buckeyes, but, you know, Mason being a lefty, he really likes the lefties. He likes Fields, he likes Tee, loves Byrne. We were at practice the last couple of days, and that was amazing to get on the field level and watch these guys. So, you know, for Zachary, he's a defenseman, so, you know, he's leaning on some of the D guys. He was excited to see Newman play today and watching him in practice. So there's a lot to like, certainly in the league.
You'll be the head coach of Ohio State. You've got to play in the Big Ten. Two guys at Penn State, Mac O'Keefe, Grant Amick. I'm sure they kept you up at night on the scouting report. Now they're teaming up for Archers. Give us a scouting report on those guys.
Yeah, you're not kidding. Two amazing players. Certainly we had some great battles in the Big Ten. Mac, I had the privilege of coaching with Team USA back in 2016, and so a lot of these USA guys from the U19 team are now pros, and it's great to see them being able to go toe-to-toe. I mean, Trey LeClaire and O'Keefe were USA Canada in that game that we had, Thriller over in Vancouver. So, you know, you got Rowlett, who had a great time in Ann Arbor and gave us fits. This rookie class of face-off guys,
it's deep.
Pretty tremendous. Yeah, I mean, it's hard to argue what they've done the first couple weeks.
You know, when you watch games on this field now as a spectator, and you and I have talked about this facility for years, but this is your first year in your new home. What's unique about this spot?
Thanks, Paul. You know, listen, I think the intimacy of the crowd experience, I mean, there was nothing that we didn't think about when we were building this. There's Trey getting in the middle of the field there.
See the coach in you.
Yeah,
like bobbing and weaving when he has the ball.
Yeah, I mean, listen, that's been the story so far. I think Chaos has deflected a number of the shots. I mean, they've just gotten, they've contested almost everything. But, you know, I think the fan experience, you have kind of a sideline seat on the far side. You have the grandstand, standing room. We did a lot of research, you know. Folks don't want to be jammed in the bleachers. The ability to have it be a situation where the kids can sit on the berm. You got the alumni networking up in the Sues.
Yeah,
so there's really something for everyone. The game day locker rooms, the shooting room. We're really great. It's got a heated field, as you may know. So those January, February months, it allows us to get out here, practice every day. But this is really a classroom. I mean, for the men, it's game day, but to be able to come over here and practice every day on a field with just lacrosse lines is incredible.
Yeah, and for you should be very, very proud. I remember talking about this years ago and the pictures and seeing you with a hard hat. You were in the trenches with this thing, man.
Yeah, well, you know, we also went through the pandemic, and, you know, that was we were getting ready to break ground June 2020, and then things kind of stopped. So we navigated that. It took a lot of help. HOK, Rusili, certainly Gene Smith, and the help of Buckeye Nation. This facility was fully fundraised, so you got to give credit to those that really made it happen.
Nick Myers, head coach of Ohio State Men's Lacrosse. We appreciate the time, and thank you for letting us use your brand new home here, just a year old. The beautiful Lacrosse Stadium here for Ohio State, and we appreciate the insight.
Appreciate you. Go Bucks.
I'd love to see those backyard battles between his two boys. One's a attackman, one's a pole, beating on each other in the driveway.
You know what that's like. Your brother was a goalie, right?
Oh, yeah. And we'd put him in the backyard, and if he didn't score, he was talking a lot of smack.
Chaos have really dominated, particularly on the defensive end. Archers, the highest scoring team in the league, is Blaze Reardon. The goalie crosses over midfield, draws a flag.
Looks like it was offsides, actually.
So Reardon has to hurry. He's got a long way to go back in goal. Do you try a two here?
Yes.
Oh. Reardon got in front of it. How did he see that coming? Eyes in the back of his head. That is incredible. Take a look, our progressive game flow. You need to see another look at this.
Yeah, well, Blaze has the green light to go on the offensive end. He plays offense in the pro indoor league, the NLL. And we've seen him score goals at the collegiate level as a goalie. One of the best plays I've ever seen, 2015 first round against Cornell, coast to coast. The flip side of that is you got to get back quickly, but he robs him. Big Blaze, ballin'.
Final possession of this first half. Here's Kyle Jackson. Tried to kick it back to Byrne, who couldn't quite keep it in play. Dobson heaves it full field off the mark, and Chaos will take a comfortable lead into halftime, or as comfortable as a lead can be in the PLL. The Chaos attack, 54 touches, 6 goals. The Archers attack of Fields, O'Keefe, and Ament, just 35 touches, 0 goals. And you see Grant Ament not starting this second half, dealt with a hamstring injury a week ago, missed the game against Cannons, and we might not see him again for the rest of the day.
Yeah, and that's a tough pill to swallow. I know his dad, Brad's in attendance, and his grandfather, George, came to Columbus too, flying from the Philly area. Grant told me before the game, Grandpa George hadn't been on a plane in like 10 years, so they were here to watch him play, and I know he was so excited to have his grandfather in attendance.
And that's how you know it's a legitimate injury, because he'd fight through anything to try and play in front of Grandpa George, right?
Yeah, it was a big moment for Grant to be able to play in Columbus as Josh Byrne hits it again. You look at Byrne, he had the game winner a week ago against the Cannons. He's got the stick skills to stick it.
Here's Rowlett. Great save, Dobson. Got it with his foot. Archers need a shot in the arm. Can they get one in transition? No! Reardon shuts the door. O'Keefe flings it over his head, had nowhere to go. Easy turnover for Chaos. Archer shooting just 3 of 24. They have only had 1 goal since the start of the second quarter.
Jay, you mentioned it. That early transition isn't really working for them. I talked to head coach Chris Bates coming out of half, and he said, we're trusting it a little too much, that early offense. We don't need to always be a one dodge and shoot type of offense, and it's kind of debilitating their flow. And he wants to see more from Tom Schreiber and Matt Moore on the O end.
Scoreless for more than 13 minutes now. Josh Bird is shooting 4 of 6 for Chaos. The entire Archers team, 3 of 22. They have missed their last 13 shots. Shot clock down to 5. Here's Dane Smith trying to muscle an angle. That's a shot clock violation.
Harry, stop off. Hey,
Tomorrow night, right here on ESPN, Sunday Night Baseball featuring Yankees and Red Sox, also available on ESPN Deportes. And, of course, coverage begins 6 Eastern with Baseball Tonight, Sunday Night Countdown.
You know, with Grant Ament shelved right now, not coming back into this game, we need to see Connor Fields and Matt Moore. And some Tom Schreiber.
Right on cue. That's the shot in the arm Archers have been looking for. And, of course, it's Tom Schreiber who delivers it.
X-ray vision, but with no Ament, a heavy dose of Schreiber, and then some attack initiation from Matt Moore and crew.
It was Sisselberger at the faceoff X. Archers can certainly get him in bunches. O'Keefe trying to pick out the corner there, too much on it. Shot clock under 10. Good look off the mark from Rogers. Another former Chaos player signed in the offseason as a free agent. Two seconds left on the shot clock. Decided to just dump it.
Shot clock violation.
You said it earlier, Paul. Chaos so good defensively. It makes it really tough to come back on a team like this. And Archer's just struggling to find a flow. The 2 goals in that opening quarter, then just 1 in the second quarter. Just got 1 through Schreiber, but the goals are few and far between in this game.
Yeah, this is a unit now that becomes a little scary, right? You give Blaze Reardon some extra toys, one being Will Bowen, who you used in the first round, who Andy Towers told us yesterday, like, he thought he was the best player in the draft, and he fell to number 7 out of Georgetown. He's a National Defender of the Year, so you put another defensive player around Jared Newman and Jack Rowlett with Blaze in the goal. It gives the offense so much extra confidence to take some chances, because you know what you have on the back end.
And now you bring back Dane Smith into the fold after he just won the Indoor Professional Lacrosse League title in the NLL with Buffalo. Here's Smith now 92 in red. They've got a lot of offensive depth that they haven't had in years past. We don't even see Chase Frazier and Chris Cloutier in the lineup. Dane Smith! What a goal! Spun his way free and cashes in to make it 10-4 Chaos.
He's so long and rangy.
The ruling on the field is a goal. The Archers are challenging the ruling. Previous play is under review.
So coach's challenge for Chris Bates. Was Dane Smith in the crease here?
Here's the roll. Great job of understanding the pressure and rolling away from it. I think that's a goal. I think his left foot's in the crease after the ball crosses the goal line, at least at first look. Yeah, I don't think that left foot drops. Let's see. Slow it down just a little bit. Freeze it right there. Super close, but remember, the call on the field was a good goal.
Best look coming here.
The right foot is okay.
And that's it.
Oh, that's it. That's a no-brainer. That's it. They're not going to reverse that.
At the first review, the goal is going to stand. The Archers are charged a timeout. Their first timeout of the half. They have 1 remaining, and they're out of challenges for the half. We have a face-off.
All right, Chaos up 10-4. Let's go under the helmet, powered by Cash App.
Josh, it's Kark up in the booth. What was your reaction when Coach Towers told the team Dane would be moving to attack with you?
I mean, I was excited. You know, we've been playing together for a long time. He sees the field so well. If you watch him play, man, he's always got his head up and he's always got to stick in the feed position. So he's doing well here.
Cash App powering the athletes under the helmet. Those two have played a lot of lacrosse together between the NLL, which is the Professional Indoor League, and the PLL, which is the Professional Outdoor League. They've won a lot of championships too. That championship pedigree showing up in week 3, a 10-4 big lead over Archers here, who came in undefeated, red hot. Looked like the best team in the league in the first 2 weeks, but they look out of sorts here. Shot clock down to 2. Fields fires, great save Reardon. O'Keefe trying to dig it out. Fields has it back. Great job to follow his own shot, not give up on the possession.
Hey, we're good. Match up. Spot him left.
10 saves
Hey,
for
we're
Blaze
good.
Reardon.
Hey, tight on that crease. Lefty. You're good. You're good. Slow.
Here's Ryan Ambler.
You're good. Sit. Sit.
Rolls back. One-handed off to Fields. Can't beat Reardon. That's 11 saves for Blaze now.
Blaze is dialed in. He will be flowing heading into San Diego for the U.S. after this performance.
My bad, Jared. He ran by and
You know, we talk about Dane Smith and Josh Byrne, what they're able to do together. And as Minikis gets stoned by Dobson, the relationship, obviously it works with a righty and lefty on the field, but off the field, they're like best friends too. So it's just great to see the chemistry. And as this Chaos team implements Minikis with these two, and then with this defense, they're gonna make another run.
Well, seemingly every year, no matter what happens in the regular season, Chaos show up in the postseason.
For Blaze, that is a crease violation.
Crease violation, so ball back to Chaos.
Andy, it's Kark up in the booth. How would you categorize your defense right now?
I would say they certainly have an appreciation for staying consumed with the process, right? Staying in the moment, and that's what we talked about at halftime, right? Don't get happy, stay dark, focus on the process, not the end result, and attack each situation one play at a time.
What does staying dark mean?
That means that you keep your edge, right? Where you're on the verge of a fist fight, and you want to be in a position to throw the first punch, the second punch, and then throw the third one on the way down. Throw the flag! Uh-oh.
You wanted a flag on that, right?
Sure did.
I'll check in with you in a little bit, Coach.
All right, you're the man, Clark.
Andy Towers, Chaos head coach, wanted a flag on the other end, and his defense gets beat in transition. They did not stay dark on that transition defensive effort, and Archers break through, much needed.
Goals have been hard to come by for the boys in white today, but you strike in transition. There's still hope. There's life, and Latrell Harris has the Archers back.
Loving it. Josh Byrne under the helmet, powered by Cash App. Cash App powering the athletes under the helmet. Chaos doubling up Archers 10-5, and they're having a lot of fun on the offensive end.
I love Josh Byrne's style. You know what was telling to me when he's talking to Nick Rowlett, incorporating the face-off specialist into the offense with the 32-second shot clock. You have to think offense as a face-off guy, because when you win it with that short time, you heard Josh Byrne telling him what he needs to do to get into the offense to utilize him without taking him off the field. So the fast game became faster.
And we've gotten great access between Josh Byrne and talking to Chaos head coach Andy Towers on the sideline throughout this game. This Chaos team, it took them a long time to get going a year ago. Took them all the way to the postseason. They came in as the number 7 seed, made it all the way to the championship game, beat this Archers team in the semifinal. And Coach Towers told us yesterday, it's great to have the guys in rhythm a lot sooner. Makes life a lot easier for him.
Yeah, this is a team the last 2 seasons, even when they won it in 2021, they struggled in the early stages of the season. So for them to find a groove in June, that's why I keep on saying this could be a really dangerous team, because they have the formula. Like, you build it with defense and then this offensive skill, and make no mistake about it, this Minikis guy, the rookie out of Georgetown, can be a difference maker for this team, because his style is so different.
I like Coach Towers' approach, live evaluation, still going on in week 3. He said, we got 12 players battling for about 6 spots, so they're using every opportunity each week to find the perfect 19 on their roster.
And what a luxury to have that depth at your disposal when you feel like you have 12 guys going for 6 spots.
A lot of these teams do, and the only way that you're going to evaluate it is see them with, you know, live action. Teams have 19 that are dressed. There's probably 12 locks every week, right? Then coaches have to sharpen the pencil, and the fine line between players 13 to 25 is razor thin.
And how do you keep your locker room, your culture together when these guys are battling it out each and every week?
Well, there's metrics too, and I think Coach Towers does a fantastic job with that. There's certain things that every player knows are non-negotiable in terms of the value that you're adding, the plus minuses when you're out there.
Nice save. Brett Dobson went low to deny Dane Smith. Archers an opportunity in transition. They have numbers. That's the kind of afternoon it's been. Just a tick off on the offensive end.
Miscue for the Archers.
It's a team in the Archers, too, that's normally masterful ball movement. And we've seen very little ball movement. I don't recall a game watching the Archers the last few years where the offense was stuck in neutral.
Yeah.
You know, they've lost high-scoring games, and there's been plenty of contests where they're obviously tested to the limits, but the offense normally moves the ball at hyperspeed, and everyone's getting touches. You're not seeing any flow out of their offense today.
Came in the highest scoring team in the league. Today, only 5 goals, 16 turnovers.
Use it! We're good, one.
30 seconds remaining.
Shot clock down to 10. One from distance.
It's a reset.
Yeah, so now Chaos can hold for the final shot of this third quarter.
See if we see a dose of the speed of the young rookie behind Minikis, who I've been hyping up.
He's delivered for you today, yeah.
His first step. He's been critical in igniting the offense. Not only statistically, you won't see some of his plays come to fruition on the stat sheet. Some hockey assists.
Perry, jump shot goes high. Dobson couldn't control it behind the back. Denied. Byrne almost with another SportsCenter top 10 play there. Andy Towers, Chaos head coach, is happy his team doubling up. Undefeated Archers, 10-5, headed to the fourth quarter. Highest scoring team in the league coming into today, not against the Chaos defense. Blaze Reardon and company, locked and loaded. A 10-5 lead headed to the fourth quarter.
Yeah, tonight you'll see a few more superstars headlined by the Redwoods' Rob Pinnell and the Whip Snakes, Matt Rambo, will be attack teammates and line mates for US.
What's the recipe for Archers to come back and win this game? We've seen some crazy comebacks early in this PLL season.
Transition. They're going to need to strike from the defensive end without allowing the Chaos to settle defensive spots, because 6-on-6, this Chaos defense has been amazing today. So the Latrell Harris goal, situations like that, your short stick D-middies having to take a chance and strike from the defensive end to the offensive end.
Archers, 2 of their last 25. Blaze Reardon, 13 saves in goal for Chaos. And Archers are going to need 5 goals in this fourth quarter, which should be no problem for an offense like them, but they've only scored 5 goals in the previous 3 quarters.
Yeah, the flow seems to be off. This is a matchup they like. Byrne on a short stick. That's green light. Watch the speed here.
Minikis has a step, curls around, couldn't get the shot quite right.
Yeah, that was a good check by Jeffrey, who Minikis had a step on him, but Jeffrey disrupted that shot, 27 and white, at the last second.
Now you can get your defense set, which has been so difficult to break down. Maybe Trey LeClaire, the former Buckeye back here in Columbus, 44 and white, can make something happen. Of course, there's Tom Schreiber, 8-time All-Star, 2-time MVP with it here, 26 in white.
Right side right. Hey, watch pop.
Matt Moore goes to work, ducks inside, can't beat Reardon, follows his own shot. Bodies flying for this ground ball. It'll stay with Archers. 14 saves for Blaisdell.
He's locked in. He's so calm, too. Very little wasted movements at a 0 in red. Plays kind of tricks with shooters, too. Can bait a little bit, but there's no jumpiness in the cage here. He sits on a shot, and then he explodes with elite hand speed. Such an understanding of shooters' tendencies, too. He's got his PhD in tracking shots.
Connor Fields tangled up, draws the flag, stays with it, and scores! The strength to shoot and score.
Hold is wiped out. Goal.
Wow.
Face off.
What a goal.
To everything he does. I called him earlier in the game Gumby. He is so flexible. There's not much to him from a muscle perspective, but he absorbs the checks, constantly gets it done, but then you're dealing with an answer.
Instant answer, Josh Byrne, his 5th goal of the afternoon, making it look easy.
An unreal effort by Connor Fields. Josh Byrne with the counterpunch.
Sisselberger draws the flag, stays with it. Out to Moore, tries a 2, easy save for Reardon, and now we get our penalty. It'll be Archers moving to the power play.
Chaos, number 34, trip. 1 minute.
That's Resch. On the top cover shorties for the Chaos. You know, at 10-6, you're thinking what we saw last night with Connor Kelly. That's a couple 2 balls away from making this a tie game. There's the trip on the rookie Sisselberger.
And they've got Mac O'Keefe, who certainly capable from 2.
He is, but the issue there is a lot of times he gets it through a through pass from Ament, who's playing at attack, and he's behind, and O'Keefe stays high. So the Schreiber to O'Keefe combination has to live.
They go inside to O'Keefe, and he fires it past Reardon. Mac O'Keefe beats his former teammate Blaze Reardon, catches in on the power play, and Archers make it a 2-possession game. Evan with his 7th goal of the 2023 campaign, missing his collegiate teammate Grant Ament, who went out in the opening quarter. Banged up with a hamstring injury earlier this season. Matt Moore powers 1 from 2. Reardon scoops it up, shot clocking it at 100 miles per hour. Reardon was there.
Andy, what's it like having Blaze Reardon your goalie?
Unbelievable. He just continuously provides data points that he's the best player on the planet.
It's hard to argue that. I'd have to say you're pretty spoiled having him. There's a rookie, Minikis, that I feel can complete this attack unit with Dane Smith and Josh Byrne. Why would you agree with me on that perspective?
Well, what I loved is you were the one that seemed to understand his value in the draft, right? You praised that, while everybody else said, who is Brian Minikis? Well, I think the world's finding out today on ESPN.
His speed kills.
No question about it. His lateral quickness, his north-south explosiveness, really unique. And the best part about it is he doesn't even seem to be aware of it.
Maybe you shouldn't even tap him on the shoulder and tell him, because it seems to be working that he doesn't know.
I don't want to wake him up.
Last question for you before we let you bounce here.
Sure.
Another rookie. You told me pregame Will Bowen is the glue to this defense. Why is that?
Will does everything well, right? He can cover the quick, slick guys. He can cover the big, strong guys. He's as tough as hell, and he gives us something that we haven't had a lot of in the last 4 years, and that's a quarterback on the defensive end that is aware of what everybody's respective jobs are, and he just gets the group connected on a possession-to-possession basis, and of course that's invaluable at this level.
Great insight from Andy Towers, Chaos head coach, Talking about Will Bowen, his first-round pick. He said he would have taken him #1 overall. Bowen playing terrific today. They also have Blaze Reardon behind him, who just made his 16th save of the game. Love hearing Coach Towers' insight on what makes Blaze special in goal. He's been a staple of this Chaos team, including that championship run in 2021. Mentioned Minikis too, #7 in red, the rookie out of Georgetown. 1 goal, 2 assists today. He's got the ball right here. Archer's hung up. Here's Minikis, goes into attack mode. That's the speed Coach Towers was talking about. Archer's still with time. This is a 2-possession game with a 2-point shot. Just under 6 minutes left in regulation. Going inside again, Schreiber, patient, the poise, the finish. Tom Schreiber, and Archers are right in it.
With the 2-pointers and a stretch shooter like Mac O'Keefe, Tom Schreiber and the Archers have some life. A game that looked like it was almost toast. Captain America gets his team within 3. And you have guys that can stretch the field and hit a 2-ball. Mac O'Keefe, Trey LeClaire. Tommy Schreiber has some range. So this game is certainly within reach.
And they've put Jack Rowlett, the brother of faceoff man Nick Rowlett, at the faceoff X, wins possession for Chaos. You like that switch up?
I always like when there's a Rowlett involved. Those guys eat nails, man. They're as tough as it comes. I wouldn't bet against a Rowlett ever.
5 minutes left in regulation. Chaos looking to hold on to this lead. Shot clock down to 2, and it expires. So Archers with a real shot here. Here's Trey LeClaire, the former Buckeye, playing back in Columbus, 44 in white. He's capable of draining a 2. Coming out of the box, Jalen Rogers, the former Chaos player who has signed for Archers in the offseason, blows it by his former goalie, Blaze Reardon, and just like that, a 1-possession game.
Jalen Rogers was signed due in large part because of the synergy with Tom Schreiber. They played together for so many years in the Pro Indoor League. You see the shoulder there. This is a brilliant move, too, because Resch is backpedaling to begin with. When Rogers starts dipping the shoulder, he creates such a forceful move that he just needs the slightest hitch then away from Resch to get those hands free. And when you talk to Coach Bates about Rogers, he loves his ability to find the back of the net, but he never turns the ball over. And I think, Dana, you have the goal scorer, Rogers.
I do, Kark. Jalen, I want to know what it felt like to score on Blaze, your buddy.
Yeah, I mean, obviously playing with him last year, I know how talented he is, and I'm just happy to see that one go in.
What's been the difference here in the 4th quarter for the Archers offense? It's changed.
I think we're just valuing the ball a little bit more, just moving the ball left to right, and our shots are falling, we're being Blaze. So.
Thanks for the time.
Thank you.
4 minutes remaining in regulation. That Rogers goal makes it a 1-possession game, down by 2, but Archers on a 3-0 run in the last 5 minutes here. Chaos dominated this game for 3.5 quarters. Needed that goal and got it. A rocket from Ryan Smith. And that gives the Chaos some needed cushion.
His teammate Josh Byrne can fill it up as well, but you want those pieces, and Ryan Smith's a guy. Like, Ryan Smith has probably only touched the ball, I don't know, 7-8 times today. But he's so efficient with the 3 goals. The way he plays off of those players, just has the 6th sense to find spaces to get his hands free.
Bo, get up. Sit there. Out of the middle.
Here's Rogers trying to get those hands free, muscling his way in. Snuffed out. What a save. Blaze Reardon, his 18th of the game.
Coming up big when he needs it. There was a run coming from the Archers, but Big Blaze. Progressive game flow, 2 for a buck. Statistician Russ DeLynn, who's best in the business, telling me Ryan Smith, 9 touches, 3 goals. It's pretty good.
That's excellent. And 6 saves this quarter for Blaze, 18 on the afternoon. Archers top offense scoring this season through 2 weeks, not against Blaze Reardon. Shot clock down to 10. Jackson misses from 2. Still time for Archers here. Schreiber in transition. O'Keefe the extra pass. Great transition goal. Connor Fields delivers in crunch time.
Don't want O'Keefe above the 2 line with time and room because he can make it rain. So when they flush out to him, they leave a wide open Fields.
Big face-off win from Sisselberger. Archers with possession. Chris Bates takes his final timeout. A 2 will tie it. 2:16 left. A fun finish. We'll be back in 30 seconds.
To the field to give more space, and you kind of hedge that if you get one, you can get the ball back because of Sisselberger.
Hey, we're good. Hey, screen.
Kirk, you're exactly right. That's the play that head coach Chris Bates drew up. They want to have Mac O'Keefe for the 2, but they want Fieldsy inside too as a second option, second layer of that offense.
Yeah, you put them on the same side. You got to pick your poison if you're the Chaos, right?
Schreiber.
The outside threat or the inside threat.
Tripped up, lost the ball. That's a huge cause turnover from Chaos. We tick under 1:45 left in regulation. The Chaos trying to kill this clock, hold on to the lead. And Andy Towers elects to use a timeout. He had 2 at his disposal, so still 1 remaining.
He has Troy Ray at the top 2, playing midfield with a long stick. That's a defensive-minded type of possession. You don't want to score here. Got 38 on the shot clock, 134. So in the initial stages of this, there's no panic to score. Late in the shot clock, you want to go after it because you could get a reset if there's a shot that hits the goalie.
Brian Minikis with the ball. A goal and 2 assists for the rookie from Georgetown. How about that fancy footwork? Goal of the afternoon, Brian Minikis.
Coach Towers, I'm going to let you break this goal down. Coach Towers.
No doubt about it. No doubt about it. Good read, Cark.
Crunch time, the rookie delivers. What a goal. That looked like Michael Sowers back there. Really did, with the footwork.
I'm telling you, his speed is frightening. I've been saying it all season long. When he's draft eligible, he spent his 5th year at Georgetown. Looks like Sisselberger could be cramping up. Now today, they changed their offense to a 1-3-2, which is 1 behind, 3 across, 2 up top, in large part because of Minikis. So this is going to be a really frightening group moving forward because of the synergy and the way that these 2 ideas match. An American speed dodger with Canadian finishers. Yikes.
2 goals, 2 assists today. That goal, the biggest of the bunch. And now Chaos just killing this clock. 40 seconds remaining. Archers need at least a 2 and a 1 to force overtime. Time not on their side. You just got to throw everything right now. Getting the hands free. O'Keefe denied. Reardon read it the whole way. 19 saves for Blaze. And now to finish it off, Josh Byrne and Dane Smith. The shot clock is off. 15 seconds remaining. Empty net and a bouncer from deep. Patrick Resch seals this Chaos win in style. Yeah, in a rematch of last year's semifinal, Chaos wins it again, takes down Archers. They've got their number. A dominant win. Got out to an early lead and kept it throughout. 15-10 the final. Goalkeeper who will be playing for Team USA next week plays Reardon, 19 saves. We wrap up week 3 of the PLL season tonight, 7 Eastern, over on ESPN Plus when Redwoods takes on Whipsnakes. Our final score, Chaos 15, Archers 10. For Paul Carcaterra, Dana Boyle, our entire crew, I'm Jay Alter. Thank you so much.